How dare you say that about late registration?
You're
Take
a
this! Fatality. What's up, boys? It is me, your boy Dozon. Quite possibly the best producer in MTR. That might be a stretch. And we are today with
We only have like 2 of them.
juicy podcast you will ever view. Now, to my right or left, we got the boy, the OG, the man who has always been remembered for going hard on fish hooks, Nate Lowe in the house.
Let's go.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's
You're
me.
not
That's me.
cheering.
Wow.
And on the bottom, he's the original. Some people, any day ones here, will remember Can't Lose. Some
Facts.
people, if you remember Legendary, you're a legend. The king himself. If we were in Minecraft Fallen Kingdom parody, he would be jumping off that cliff at the end. The boy, the young king, Lance!
Let's go.
Thank you for the introduction.
I'm gonna take off my fake wish.com chain
Yeah.
because I think my neck is gonna turn blue from fake silver.
Bro, Thanos chain. Let's get it. Okay, boys, we've got a lot of content today. We planned it all out.
You know what I just realized I could do?
Yeah.
The meme where it's like the dude on the kid on a computer and he's like, ah!
That's epic. Why'd that work so well? Did you just mod your entire room to do that? What the heck?
He's just like,
Is that?
hey Alexa, turn blue when I scream. Ah!
It's so good. It looks like. Okay, back to the focus. Today, guys, we have something that might end friendships, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kanye. Some people love him.
Yeah.
Other people adore him. Okay, I've never heard of anyone that's not one of
doesn't
those
like
people.
Kanye. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody loves Kanye all the time. Of course, we know this. Now, there's a lot of, there's some day ones. There's some day ones that hate on modern Kanye, and they're, obviously not the most educated. However, that's not to say original Kanye
Coming from
wasn't
you who
banger.
says that late registration is better than college dropout.
Yes, okay. Today we'll be debating what's better, late registration or college
suck,
dropout. Okay, you know what?
You suck.
That's hurtful, okay? Before we get into this, I
that
just
is not
say,
very nice.
I'm crying right now.
You know
Okay.
what? I apologize. For nothing. You suck.
Oh, wow!
Dang.
Savage. Yo, Nate Lowe, I'm just curious. Will you be playing the moderator today, or do you think you'll be arguing for graduation?
I will be playing the moderator, and
Okay.
I will maybe bring out graduation once or twice.
Yes, for comparison, at a future date,
it's gonna be
we could do more comparisons if this one goes well.
Yes.
So, start us off. I think you lead this debate, Nate. Give us each our 30 seconds or however you want to do it, and I'll just follow along.
Okay, so thank you for coming to this debate today, guys. It means a lot. Took us a little while to get this set up. Hope you all staying safe during quarantine and not, so you got a social distance. That's why we're doing it over Zoom.
Of course. Wear mask if you're in public.
Where'd my mask go? Okay,
Cool.
so today we're gonna have a debate against registration and college dropout. So I'm gonna give Dozon his 30 seconds right now, just so he
Okay.
can plead his case.
Yo, so what's up, everybody? My name's Dozon, and today I'll be representing the greatest album, Late Registration. Now, just think about this really quick. I actually think about something.
Mhm.
Everything is better when it's in 2.0 form. Name something. iPhone 2, clearly better than the iPhone 1. Xbox, PS2. Who even bought a PS1, okay? We can all hype the PS2. And name one thing. I challenge you to name one thing
when the
that isn't better.
I'm just kidding.
Okay?
better?
Better. College Dropout, I will not lie and say it was a bad album. It was a banger. However, he used what he learned on College Dropout to make an even better album, especially with a collaboration with many other people that really brought together. So clearly, that's my 30 seconds. I'm excited for this debate to prove once and for all, it is the greater album.
With that, I will switch over to Lance to say his words.
Oh wait, shoot. Hang on.
That is
that
Awkward.
concedes Lance's time.
So George wins. Dozon has won the debate.
Easy clap.
I have to
See,
take
nigga?
out the garbage boys. I'll be back.
Oh,
No!
he's taking out the album. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, true. Yo, Nate, I need you, bro. So, guys, while we're waiting for him, I just want to flex.
Wait.
I'm taking out Dozon's argument.
Oh.
Oh, but you haven't made your argument yet. Oh.
Oh.
So, guys, while we're waiting for him to return, I just want to say I'm here to flex. I might not have a chain, but this is a home Dozon grown tomato right here, boys. Look
That
at
looks
that.
like a
Look
pretty
at
good
that
tomato.
sheen.
That is a
Look at that
good looking tomato.
Golden color. You can get a live reaction, boys. Tomato eating ASMR. Mmm.
Yum.
You know what? This tomato, guess what? You know how I grew these? I had a
No.
speaker set up next to them playing late registration on loop. And you can
Yeah.
tell.
And you
I
can
bet-
tell.
Look, see? Here, I have some. I wasn't going to bring this out till later, but Exhibit A, the registration tomato.
Yeah.
Now, I played College Dropout next to some other tomatoes. And, you know, viewers at home, you might want to not look away.
Mhm.
It's a little scary. But this is what came out from College
Whoa.
Dropout. The tomatoes morphed and mutated into something that resembles a tuber, cheese, almost potato starchy like thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna try it. I'm a little afraid, but
Ew.
I gotta get late registration. Back to normal. So
Yep.
yeah, that's
You know
I
what?
mean,
I think the College Dropout weird tomatoes. I think that's the what is it? It's like a candy from I don't remember what TV show, but like it would make all the good things taste bad and all the bad things would taste good. I think that's what that
Exactly.
cheese that's what that cheese potato starchy thing looked like.
exactly. When's the boy getting here?
I know.
I'm about to drop facts. I read the entire Wikipedia entry, guys. Okay.
Like
I
the-
studied for this moment.
Okay, I'm back.
Lance A has returned, and it is his turn to state his case.
Okay, just like the thing I just took out, Dozon's argument was trash. All right.
haven't argued
College Dropout has more Kanye cult classics than Late Registration. All right. I will name all of them once we get into more detailed arguments, of course. I'm panning because I rushed over here, but Dozon, you're
It's
gonna
'cause
go
you're
down,
afraid.
right? You're
It's 'cause
gonna go down.
afraid. You're
gonna
afraid.
go down.
Okay,
You're afraid.
boys. I'm just gonna say a little tidbit here. I think Lance is saving his good songs for later because he has to find some first.
True.
But
He has to wait till Kanye drops College Dropout 2 to find some good ones. Yeah, that's kidding.
Okay. So, should we get into the debate? Should we present
think-
you guys' real argument?
You know what? I'm gonna hand this over to Lance to start because it did come first, and as we know, sequels are always better. So we'll hand it over to Lance to begin.
All right. So, how are we gonna format this? Are we doing a head-to-head track list?
Let's start off with a debate processing the entire album. Just 2 minutes to make your case.
All right. So, the first single from the College Dropout, all right, is arguably one of Kanye West's best songs, one of the best rap songs of the 2000s, and my personal favorite from the album, Through the Wire. Genius sample, by the way, from Shaka Khan's Through the Fire, which my mom loves for some reason. Breaking news. Adrian says he thinks he'll be able to make it.
I just gotta call him the backup.
Yeah, I've got to call him the backup.
Just kidding.
But the way everything about Through the Wire was structured beautifully, especially when considering that he recorded it with his jaw wired shut, and like the instrumental, the sample, his verses, like the way he was able to pull them off was spectacular. And there's really nothing much else I could say about it other than it's a fantastic song and one probably the best debut single to ever come out of any musician, arguably.
Wow. Now let me just say, if your turn is done, it makes sense why you talked about only one song, because College Dropout has a lot of filler. I gotta say.
Oh.
I got a lot of. I can agree with you. Through the Wire is a banger. However, we're not talking about school spirit and all the skits that accompany it. Okay, we're not talking about breathe in and breathe out. We're not talking about spaceships, which is all right, but we're talking about graduation day. There's a lot of filler on College Dropout, and you can't lie. Okay. Now later, I'm gonna ask you to think of all the songs you can. But let's just, let's turn the page to late registration. You're thinking about College Dropout. There's some standout hits. I won't argue. Jesus Walks, Through the Wire, All Falls Down. Those are all very good songs. But there's a 23 track list, and we can name 3 right now. So that should tell you about or 21, sorry. That should tell you about what's going on with this album. Now let's turn over to late registration. Now, I would ask you right now, if you have not listened to this yet, to go listen to it right now, and you will agree with me. There is all killer, no filler on late registration. At most, there's probably one song that is decent at worst. The rest are bangers. Let's go through them. Wake Up, Mr. West, and Heard Him Say is the greatest opener to any album, okay? It talks about Mr. West,
Not gonna lie.
Kanye, being held back and people not believing he'd do it, which is a lot more meaningful because it's the second album after he'd already blown up. And the way that Wake Up, Mr. West fades into Heard Him Say is amazing. It's an opening skit, and yet every person, if you go to any sort of Kanye discussion that I've had or I've heard people have, they never listen to Heard Him Say without Wake Up, Mr. West. It's a 40-second skit, and yet they always do it together because it fits so well. Then Touch the Sky. Have you ever heard a more hype song or better music video than Touch the Sky? Okay? Come on. Gold Digger. I mean, is there more culturally relevant song within our time? I mean, that had a huge impact. And you can sing here, Nate Lowe. Could you just sing something with Gold Digger? Do you have any idea how it goes?
She take my money and I need.
Exactly.
I like that sample. I like that sample from a classic Ray Charles song.
I must say, Nate, could you sing some Through the Wire right now for me?
No comment.
Exactly. Next, okay, here's another thing. Now, I'll develop this later, but I'm skipping one part. We'll come back to it. Drive Slow is insanely good, especially following the skit they combined together. Drive Slow is all about him growing up in the hood and having no real role models besides someone that he really looked up to. Next, My Way Home. Kanye, if I remember correctly, doesn't even rap on this, but he produced it with Common, who's actually, I'd say, one of the greatest rappers from this era. His bars are insane. I mean, I can keep going on the list. I don't want to talk about all of them because we will later. But crack music, have you heard a more relevant, meaningful song? Roses, talking about the death of his grandmother. I mean, these are insane. And of course, I couldn't end without talking about Diamonds from Sierra Leone, the remix with Jay-Z, which is, I think, the pinnacle of the collaboration between Kanye and Jay-Z. So, yes.
Pinnacle?
Pinnacle. That is
The
my
pinnacle.
early clan. Yes, he dedicated a whole song to it on Graduation, known as Break Brother, which is the album closer. And where
That's
she
a good
talks about
song.
more if you're curious, but that's how I got to that point. That's my opening argument about the supremacy of late registration. And now I pass it back to you, Lance, for any
I have a question for you. I want you to pull up the track list of the College Dropout.
Okay.
Gonna play some Call of Duty.
And once you look at that track list, I want you to pinpoint all of your supposed fillers.
Okay.
We have some technical difficulty on Dozon's end.
I think
It is a little messed up right now.
I cannot answer that question. I'm lagging out.
It's a little messed up right now, but we will get that back.
Tell the boy Anarchy I forwarded the email to him. Check his school email. Okay, sorry. Sorry, continue with your just could you start your question over again? My good sir?
Okay, so when looking at the track list for College Dropout, I want you to pinpoint all of the so-called fillers. Okay.
So first off, I gotta say, now this will go in my next argument. However, I don't really believe the skits. The skits on these, it sounds very forced. And you listen to them, feel like they could have done a few more takes. I really don't like the skits, so that's a lot of filler that you have to. I mean, it's a lot of skits, so when you're not enjoying it, you have to sit through a lot. Now, personally, Breathe In, Breathe Out with Ludacris. I think Ludacris. I think it's mediocre. I listened to the whole album. I would never go back to that song. I think it just kind of, that's kind of filler. I'm struggling to remember exactly now, but Graduation Day was decent. I think the whole school spirit, those are 3 tracks dedicated to it, a skit, a song, and another skit, and then another skit after that. All of that time, I feel like was just not good. Now, I'm not one to like explicit versions also, but School Spirit, speaking of
Oh my
that,
God.
was forced to be not explicit because of the sample. So that also takes away in the fact that this song, it was not like he didn't rap. He rapped swear and it was cleaned, which means on the official version, it's a impaired product. So that's probably talking about like 15 minutes right there with all the skits and the songs. And yeah, that's probably about what I have to say. But 15 minutes out of an hour, that's 20%. I mean, that is 25. I mean, that's a big part of your record. So that's what I would say.
Okay. All
Wow.
right. So I have the late registration track list pulled up here.
Mhm.
My Way Home is low-key a filler for me.
No.
It's a minute and a half.
You're wrong.
It's a minute and
You're
a half.
wrong.
It was not needed. Okay. Well, like you weren't wrong on any one of your filler picks.
Can you name the first bar of Common?
Okay.
On My Way Home.
Okay, boys.
No, because it's trash.
My home. You watch this. Listen to this. They say the hate is where your home is. My dome is where the fade is. Where have you heard that wordplay? Anywhere else? Common popped off on this, and you can't lie.
Fair enough.
It's 1 minute 30 seconds, so it's just enough time. It's not. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
I'm still arguing that is a filler.
Okay, personal preference. You know.
You know, the 24-second skit number 3 was a filler.
What was
All
skit
right.
number 3 about?
Anything to make it 24 seconds.
Okay. Sorry. Just continue. I'm in fight mode.
Now, I will point out that there are indeed classics on late registration. All right, you got Touch the Sky, you got Gold Digger, you've got Diamonds from Sierra Leone, the remix with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You've also got We Major, Hey Mama. Yeah, that's about 5 hits that I named from late registration. Now let's go to College Dropout. All Falls Down, I'll Fly Away, Jesus Walks.
Well, I Fly Away. Yeah, I Fly Away in Spaceships. I feel like we kind of won because
The New Workout Plan. You got to argue that the New Workout Plan is also banger.
relevant.
You can argue that Slow Jams is another really solid banger from Kanye West, especially with that Twista verse. I really like that Twista verse.
Okay. I have to
Through the Wire.
I have to agree with Lance there. Twista. Can't have a bad song with that dude.
Exactly.
I will agree.
Have you heard like Tongue Twista? That song,
Yeah,
look it up on
I've heard
SoundCloud.
that.
I've tried to do that. That song is impossible. So I was actually writing down some stuff in my notes, and I think right now, Dozon might be winning just a little bit because of how good of points he made in his debate. Lance, for the first part, you had -1 point because you only mentioned one song, but you had +2 when you defended Through the Wire. And right now, I think you have another +1 or +2, just how well you're doing it. And I think same for Dozon. So right now, it is either you're one behind or you're tied. I have not done the math.
Fair enough.
So are you done with the hits? Because I think you could also add Family Business to that list as well, probably.
Business, you could also, you could argue that.
I'm not arguing with you that College Dropout doesn't have bangers. It's a good album. All I'm saying is the amount of filler and the amount of weird skits just ruin the overall theme. And what I'm saying is late registration, it's more processed. It's more fine. It's like taking it through a funnel and taking out all the stuff. Only that's what you need. So here, I didn't want to have to bring this out yet, but I think I'm going to have to. There's something we need to talk about, okay?
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
The skits on late registration are by far better than College Dropout. Now, you're a College Dropout fan. I would like you to tell me, what is Little Jimmy skit about? Could you give me a synopsis?
I'm stuck there. I'm stuck there.
Now,
wow,
ask me any skit from late registration.
Other than the skit number 3, the 24-second one.
All right. Yeah. We'll go skit number 2. What is skit number 2 about? From the top of your head.
Skit number 2. So basically, all the skits in late registration follow the theme of this fraternity, the idea of this broke 5 broke fraternity, which actually revealed at the end Kanye's a secret member of, and they yell at him. But we'll go to that later again. But The first, I'll just go through it. Or the second skit actually is a chant, saying it's about their history. So it's like years ago, we didn't have this stuff years ago. And you know, let's listen to it right now. It's basically talking about the history of Broke Five Broke. Now listen to it right now.
Bro, you're gonna get us copyrighted, bro.
Wait.
Yeah, we might get copyrighted.
Wait. Hold up. I might have been wrong. I'm just saying it. Yeah, that actually makes it up with skit 3, but 2 and 3 are similar. But it's the main ones. The idea is they're so cohesive that you can kind of get a mix of a bit. But the idea behind them is this idea of this. It's one theme between all 4 skits between this fraternity, broke five broke, which is all about this idea. At the end, skit 4, where it reveals they said, Kanye, we heard that you're rich. What are you doing here? It's all about this idea of Kanye. It's extrapolate to a bigger theme that Kanye has this old life that he's a part of that he's no longer welcome in because of his success. That he can no longer do the things he used to be able to do and be part of the things he used to do because of his new lifestyle. And so I think that's a very cool message, and it's way more memorable, I think, than anything on College Dropout. Though it wasn't bad skits. It's just, to me, they were. If on College Dropout, remember correctly, they're a lot about degrees and being like, oh, I got all these degrees, like basically making fun of college.
Can
yes.
I interject, just say something?
Yeah.
Dozon was talking about like the fluidity of this, like songs, like going from song to song. I think the best albums, in my opinion, are the ones where you're listening to a song and you're like, oh, I didn't realize like it's a new song. I thought it was just like the same song. Mm-hmm. I think those are my favorite songs. And also Wake Up, Mr. West.
Wake Up, Mr. West.
Mr. West.
I was listening to another band, AJR, and in that, like, their second album, they actually mentioned that line, talking about like their idols and role models and how just like what was all happening, and he mentioned Wake Up, Mr. West. So I do agree with Dozon about how memorable some of these lines are. I will go back to my mediator role and I will listen to Lance's argument.
Yes. Now I just have one thing to concede I want to get before I get to Lance, because I want to respond to one of his earlier points. So I will talk about the banger list later. I'll talk about that, Lance. Now, however, I just want to address 2 more things really quick. First off, the skits, not only are they fluid together, but actually with the songs. For example, on skit 1, they're talking about if your girl has a new boyfriend, basically, and he drives her away, we're not going to get mad because we don't have cars and we can't afford gas, basically. And then it goes into Drive Slow, which is about cruising in these cars and like picking up girls. Good so it's fluid within the skits and the songs, so it's not like they're disconnected. Now I wanted to concede is I can agree. I think Diamonds from Sierra Leone, the bonus track, now it is a bonus track, so that's where it's going to be less. But I think the bonus track, it's just Kanye. It was before he got the Jay-Z feature. I think his rapping on the Jay-Z, his bars are just better on the Jay-Z feature. I think that is a throwaway, though. It's a bonus track, so I think it's less of a – I'm not going to minus points for that, but I can agree there is – I say that's probably the only filler on Late Registration where it's a song where I would just rather go back and listen to the remix over it, though it's a bonus track. It even says in the name, so it's not meant to be, like, standalone. So, yeah, sorry. That's all I got to say for now, and I pass it back to you.
All right. So, looking at this, I can see why the skits are much better on Late Registration than the College Dropout. So I will give you that. I will give you that. Especially that point you made about skit number 1, like going into Drive Slow. Yeah, that
was a very well made point.
Very well made point. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say about that. Yeah.
So I do want to actually concede another thing, though, because I think there's more common ground we have than I first established. And I want to make sure that's seen. College Dropout isn't a bad album. I was just joking out for fun, but I think the songs that are memorable, you're right. There is bangers on College Dropout that will be forever more important, I think, than certain songs on Late Registration. For example, I think Jesus Walks will be always Kanye's most iconic song. Always. Because it set the tone for the rest of his career, being counterculture and pushing things that no one else is doing. I agree with you. Through the Wire, of course, is incredibly iconic. Yes. However, what I'm saying is, as an album, as a cohesive element of all these singles, I think Late Registration does a better job with having the same themes and tones that flow better together. It's like on College Dropout, he put his heart out into 21 singles and put them all together. Not singles or skits, but he made all these amazing singles, kind of focused around this loose idea of college, but not really. But then with Late Registration, he put his heart and soul into making an album. So I think as looking at these as separate albums, well, College Dropout might have some amazing singles that, definitely are parallel or better than some of the best stuff on Late Registration. As an album with each cohesive part and each song having its purpose and being a strong member of it, Late Registration is a stronger album. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very well made point.
Yeah.
For those listening, I might be playing Call of Duty because I'm kind of just sitting here. But for those listening, it might sound like I am only agreeing with Dozon. That is not true. He has just been making very good points, and Lance has not had much time to speak.
Yeah, so I
on
kind of
his
dominated
part.
yeah.
So I
I'll
am
shut
waiting
up now.
for Lance to make an amazing good point.
Yeah. All that is going in my mind right now is the consensus that people have established that
Used a
College
big
Dropout
word.
is
That's
better
close.
than Late Registration, like going like song by song battle.
Mhm.
Although I do agree with your point about how structure of an album matters.
That is
Structure
true.
of an album
That
does
is
matter.
very true. It matters a lot.
And I've really found intriguing your point about how these 21 songs on College Dropout seem to be like meshed together without any sort of fluidity, like at least not as much as Late Registration. And you argued that it follows like a certain theme, Late Registration does.
Sorry, yeah, I think it's not as follows a certain theme, but I'm fairly certain on Late Registration, he actually teamed up with Mike Dean. That was his first album with him, I think, if I'm not incorrect. Or at least John Bryan.
No, Mike Dean was not involved in Late Registration.
Oh, I think he was to some. Wait.
Well, actually, let me go to personnel on this.
Let's check. Because I think with Crack Music, he helped on that, and that.
Okay, Mike Dean was involved in. No, he was involved in College Dropout as well.
Okay. So yeah, don't worry about that point then. But what I mean is, it's always a constant theme, but it's like so. I think the thing is with College Dropout, to me, a lot of the subject matter was kind of similar. It's kind of typical rap stuff. Now on Jesus Walks, completely different. I'll agree with that. But what to me on Late Registration is like each song had a different theme. It's like Addiction is about him fighting his urges and being unable to kind of conquer these natural primal wants. Roses was about like they all had different themes. It's like Jesus Walks. It's nothing to that same extent, but it's all about the ideas of having these different songs with completely different themes that have these set themes, right? Drive Slow, like all the songs. And that's what I was trying to make. That's the point I meant. There's not an overall theme for everything, but each song has its own theme. So
unique.
Yeah.
If I do recall correctly, isn't College Dropout was his first?
Yes.
album,
It was his first
correct?
album.
So I think we do have to look at it in the light of it being his debut album, and we have to take that into consideration just a little bit.
Also, keep in mind that it was also delayed like almost a year. I think. I'm pretty sure it was almost. Yeah, it was gonna be originally released in August of 2003. So that's a delay of 6 months.
I mean,
6
it's
months
good. It's good to know Kanye is consistent with delaying his albums.
True.
Yeah, because he's a perfectionist. Like he wants the sound exact sound that he wants. Yeah. And it paid off. It paid off for both albums.
Yeah.
For both albums.
I think we can both go disagreeing. I've gained more respect for College Dropout. But I think to me, I still hold my opinion. One thing I do want to say though with Cohesion, it's not that College Dropout doesn't have it. Like I think one of the coolest things for me when I was listening to College Dropout is All Fly Away, the traditional gospel song about kind of like Elijah. Exactly. I think it's in talking about the Elijah story and just kind of the idea of like escaping from this area of sin. And I thought it was really cool how he played that. And then he had Spaceship, where he was almost kind of interpolating on that theme with like, I want to buy a spaceship to like fly away. So I thought that was a very cool cohesion how he pushed it right together. And so that's kind of what I'm talking about on Late Registration. That's an example of College Dropout. But I feel like College Dropout, Late Registration did it better overall.
I am gonna listen to "I'll Fly Away" right now, just because that like triggered a memory of a song I haven't heard in years. Because it's.
I think my stance on College Dropout really is just about mainly personal preference. Like there's really more songs that I like on College Dropout than Late Registration. Not to say that Late Registration doesn't have like a lot of bangers on it, but
I can understand that. No, I think we've kind of come to consensus where it's now under personal opinion. But I think we both, put our points forward. And there's one thing I'm curious about.
The general public would agree more that College Dropout it's like the real debate now is between College Dropout and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, like for Kanye fans.
I'm not ready for that.
I'm not ready for that either. But
I need to listen to it like 3,000 more times to be able to get it, But yeah.
I think one thing that is undebatable is I stand by this. I don't know what it is, but I've always liked rap that uses samples in the songs. Like it's my favorite. Whenever a song has a sample, it is my like favorite song. And Kanye has mastered samples. Like he has amazing samples on his albums. Like even if you just like think about it, like even in what is it, like My Life of Pablo, he has some fire samples on
Kids See Ghosts, a lot of good samples there.
So sometimes Kids See, that has a lot of. I've always wanted
around.
I've always wanted. I always like look up beats trying to find some that are like Kids See Ghosts.
Yeah,
we should go through albums and just pinpoint our favorite songs from each of them.
Yeah. Just have one last question, then we can just go to overall Kanye. I guess this is going to be the Kanye podcast, and we'll have to make more. We can talk about other issues going on in the world, but sometimes you just got to talk about Kanye. So I'm wondering, Lance, because I think this is the last point we can argue. Which song has a song that goes harder lyrically and rap-wise, just full bars on bars? I personally think I have a song. Now, if you could pick your song and maybe we could listen to both of them really quick.
I will remind myself.
Yeah, and then Nate, if you want to be the judge.
I will listen to Dozon's song first since he has a song on cue.
Yes. Now I'm gonna on the recording probably can skip this part or speed it up or just so you don't copyright. But I'll just share screen. Oh wait, can you make me host or will that mess up video?
Can I like give permission?
There's a couple songs that I think are technically great on here. Like in terms of flow, lyrics.
Okay. I think you can share now.
Awesome. Okay, so we're first gonna listen to mine. Now right now we're listening for bars. And I gotta say, if we're talking about bars, we need to talk about the Diamonds from Sierra Leone remix with Jay-Z. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge purveyor of Jay-Z music. I don't have tons of knowledge, but all I know is his bars on this I've heard a few songs by him. I listen to a lot of Watch the Throne. He's not gone harder for me yet than this song. So just listen. Kanye has good bars too, talking about the blood diamond mining in Sierra Leone, which is basically where these people are like at slave labor.
We're risking copyright, by the way.
Yeah, we'll just skip it in the edit.
Yeah.
Or, we just gonna quick. But listen.
Also, Genius lyrics also.
Yeah. So you pull up Genius lyrics at the same time and see something, but just listen to it. Listen to Kanye's bars about that, and just JG's like popping off. Here we go.
Okay, this is the sample as well. Here's the lyrics. Oh, this sample, yeah. Diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. Diamonds are forever. Throw your diamonds in the sky if you feel the vibe. The black is still alive. I got it from here, yeah, damn. I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
Yeah, that is a great song.
I gotta, maybe I'm biased. I don't know. I don't think I'm biased, but like I was listening to the song while Dozon was playing it, and I heard a bar that I really, really liked, maybe because I watched the movie, but he said like good morning, but this ain't Vietnam or something like that. And I'm like, oh, cause the movie, Maybe because I just
But
really
still-
like
Yeah.
that movie. But like
People lose their arms out here.
yeah, that
For
was
real.
it was
Mhm.
I don't know. It had some good bars.
Yeah. I gotta say, it's probably my favorite bar of all time, or close to it. It's like, I'm not a business. I'm not a
Man,
businessman. I'm a
I'm
businessman.
I really like that one.
That's no joke.
Okay, let's should we hear
Okay.
Lance's pick?
Mhm.
Okay, so Jesus Walks has to be Jesus Walks.
We have to go with that.
It's the most
Both
technically
are amazing
fantastic song
songs.
on
I
this.
gotta say that.
That and personal favorite also new workout plan.
Mhm.
We at war. God show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down. The only thing that I pray is that my feet don't fail me now. And I don't think there's nothing I can do now to right my wrong.
Classic.
That was
That
Jesus
was-
Walks, and then
I think
it
of one
just-
thing. Sorry, finish what you're saying.
No, I think this song, as well as the album as a whole, really is one of the catalysts for socially conscious rap nowadays.
Mhm.
Because Kanye West did something unorthodox, and he did not rap predominantly about the things that rappers normally rap about, like violence and money and women and
On videotape.
yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah.
But yeah,
That's the
Jesus
thing, I think-
Walks is a classic.
I definitely respect the album, and I think there's so much parts of it that make it is Kanye, and so I'm not trying to take it away from you. Just as an album cohesively, that's why I'm arguing. But yeah, it's a classic. Those are both classics. I think if I'm gonna say that from Diamonds from Sierra Leone, it's like I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. That line, I think that's equal with on College Dropout. How it's like so long. You know how it's like
Mm-hmm.
it goes from saying it's been so long to so long as in goodbye. That I think is equivalent. They both have very good bars. So yeah,
Yes.
that does it for a debate. I feel like I can understand why you see College Dropout as or preferred.
Same for you.
But a good talk. Yeah, Kanye. I mean, both those albums are insane. I don't think there's they're arguing basically. It's arguing like which is an 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
So
Any other rap debate topics that we can talk about?
I think I had one, but I don't remember where my AirPod case go. But I don't remember what I was gonna ask. Oh, wait, what was it? Shoot. It's gonna be
when's
something.
COVID gonna end, guys? Place your bets. When will we be able to stop socially distancing? Just curious, really quick. Drop a date.
Never.
Never.
When the motherland is fulfilled.
Okay. Well, that's I guess tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say. See, the thing is, like, do you want to be hopeful or like realistic? I feel like probably like summer 2021. No, that seems too soon. Maybe summer 2021. Yeah.
I get that.
I'd say around that. Yeah.
That seems about right.
I mean, it's such a bad timeline, but
Yeah.
okay, not the worst.
'Cause, I mean, at least we'll have summer before
Mm-hmm.
senior year. Oh no.
Yep. Guys, I got a white friend looks like Michael Jackson. I got a black friend looks like Michael Jackson. That is, I gotta say, College Drop, but that is also a fire bar.
Oh, slow jams. You
Mhm.
really gotta
Mhm.
really gotta give credit to that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, GG's boys. I think we really came away from that, proving that the registration is better. Just kidding.
Yeah.
It's all personal preference. It's all personal.
It's
I mean,
all personal
it's all
preference.
Yeah.
it's all objective, but as an album, I think we all made our points. GG. Any other points you want to make before we wrap this up? I think it was a good podcast. Hopefully, any Kanye fans tell us below, boys, what you think, who you side with on this one. What's your opinion?
Yeah, that was.
I feel like there's so many debate topics in regards to rap that we could talk about.
That is
you
true.
guys. Oh yeah, YBN Corday leaving YBN. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah,
You
now
know
his
much
name's
about that?
Corday.
Yeah,
What do you guys think about that?
That's
I saw
kind of
that.
tough situation.
I saw that the other day. I was like, they were talking about like his Corday and Roddy Rich's song, and I like looked at his name and I was like, since when has it been
You
Corday?
double taked.
Yeah, I was like, since when has it just been Corday? Like I always know YBN Corday.
Yeah.
And I think the only, and even if you look at the YBN mixtape, it says YBN Namir, Corday, and then YBN J Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
Has Corday been he was an XL freshman last year, right?
Yeah. 2019.
Yeah.
Namir? Wasn't he too?
I don't know. Maybe 2018.
Someone was, and then they denied it. Was that Namir or was that like someone else?
I don't know.
I remember that happened. I don't remember who it was though.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing with YBN, I feel like to me it makes sense. I mean, they're
YBN as a
they're
whole
forever,
disbanded.
but yeah, it's like Almighty J. I don't know if he ever even released a song. And Namir, while he was successful and helped, get more attention to Corday had made a lot of success for himself. So I think in the long run,
Yeah,
those
because
groups
of
are good,
the
but
Slim Shady freestyle was really, that's what I
yeah,
what I saw.
he had a lot of remixes
really
that I think were
good,
really they were good and popped off. I just think personally, I think it's a good move. I think it's as he's getting bigger. I've been thinking about him though too. He hasn't. I know it's it takes time to make a good album, but I feel like he went so radio silent once he dropped Lost Boy that I'm worried that he did the thing that happens to some artists where their first thing's a banger, so they just kind of relax and don't make music for like 3 months, and then they come back and like are trash because they haven't made music in 3 months. And then they get in their head and they like. So I hope that didn't happen to him. I hope he's still making more. I listened
to Gifted and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I actually haven't listened to it. I just heard about it right before I started this. So yeah, I'll have to judge it. But yeah, really quick, before we wrap this up, I just want to look at the Billboard Top 100. I'm opening it right now. We can talk about it, and so we can just kind of discuss what's going on right now. So of course, number one, the song that shall not be named. I think we all know what we're talking about here. Now, I mean, I don't know if anyone cares my opinion on this, but I'm just gonna say it. I think it's where's the bars? Where's the melodies? Where's the Kanye West Jesus walk type beat?
I feel like TikTok really also influenced its commercial success.
Well, you just gotta be real. Is anyone coming there for the rapping? You know what I mean? What are they coming to a music video for? Let's be honest here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing wrong with being a female artist, but when you're a rapper, it's judged that generally you're going to be judged based on your rapping abilities and your ability to make music, right? Yeah. But I think that's all we got to say about that. Next up, Laugh Now, Cry Later. I actually haven't heard this yet by Drake. What do you guys think? You had
not heard that yet?
No.
I heard it in the rap.
It's way more deserving than WAP for number one, really.
Mm-hmm.
Here, so like female artists, right? It's very controversial, because if you don't like them, then people could be like, "Oh, you just don't like them."
I'd say Lauryn Hill and Queen Latifah are among the best female rappers of all time.
I've been uninspired.
I gotta admit, yeah. Sorry. I gotta admit, I was one of my friends, right? Lance knows what I'm talking about. We were in the Discord and he was bumping Tap In, My Type, and then Truth Hurts by Lizzo. And I gotta admit, I listened to those like a couple times. They kind of slap. Like I could they're kind of good. Like,
he wasn't bopping Tap In. He was bumping My Type.
Yeah, but then we played Tap In, and then I started bopping Tap In. Because it kind of smacks. Like I gotta be honest.
It kind of smacks.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong. Sorry, just continue.
No, you go. I'll go.
I was just gonna say I don't think there's anything wrong with female artists or female music. I just think when the selling point is that they are females and that somehow this is a must watch because it's a big moment for women and feminism, which makes no sense at all, but whatever. It's like when that's the selling point and when you say you don't like it because of that, they're like, oh, you're sexist or something. That's what I don't like, that culture of it's kind of like a toxic female empowerment where it's just like, you should listen to music if it's good or not. and not
Yeah.
judge people if they don't like it and try and be like, oh, it's something, racist or offensive, or sexist. But yeah, that's my point. Please, continue what you're saying.
That was kind of what I was gonna say. What about? Do you have an opinion about this, Lance?
About what, female music in general?
Yeah, like what we were talking about.
Nah, I agree with what Dozan was saying about this.
Yeah.
It's-
In other news, The Box is on its 37th week on
That's
Billboard.
crazy.
Not as number
30
one, of course, but it's number 47. That's crazy.
47.
It's still on there.
I think it just shows you how much culture,
Isn't Circles still on there?
probably. I mean, Post Malone's like a evergreen. Search this up. Circles has 16. It's 51 weeks. It's been on the Billboard for almost a year.
It's at 16.
Dang.
And it's
Still in the
15
top 20.
Wow.
It's a good song.
Wow. It is.
I mean, true.
Wouldn't say it's Post Malone's best song. I still think White Iverson is a cult classic. But Circles is really
It's
good
a pretty good song.
Wait, What's Poppin' remix? It says 28 weeks on the chart, but I think that they're counting the original What's
Speaking
Poppin'.
of What's Poppin' remix, all right.
Oh, true.
Oh,
When are we gonna drop that?
I mean, I think it's ready. I don't know. Feel like it's a finished MP3. I mean,
You could just have me cut off the last 30 seconds and then release it probably.
Oh yeah, you guys don't have that.
Yeah. Still has that.
Let me just say, After Party by Don Toliver moved up 2 spots, which makes no sense. But
okay, I pull up. How
What's wrong with Don Toliver?
I know. I'm just saying it's been out for like 17 weeks and it's going up the list, not down. That's about it. I think that's good. I think we hit a lot of good points. Good podcast.
Yeah, let me also let me go through the Hot 100 as well and see any notables.
Deathbed up there. Nate Love remix, of course.
Righteous is at 96.
That was really fun making that remix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, sir.
It's fun making remixes. We should.
I'm
Oh
focused on
no.
the top 50.
We should. I just died. We should make. I keep
Bobby.
forgetting.
Tap In is just peaking
What
at
is Tap In?
41.
What is this song?
Oh, waist fat.
It's mostly a TikTok trending song.
Oh.
Also, like I see stands on Twitter like taking their artists too seriously, way too seriously.
What do you mean? Just like the lyrics or what they do?
No, well, let me find this one comment that was made by like.
I saw one TikTok, and it was like, if Megan Thee Stallion is blah blah blah, then how can she survive? Like it was basically saying like, since Megan this was that, she was the one who got shot, right? Is that the right person I was talking about?
Saying Selena Gomez and Blackpink is going to be the collab of the century.
Oh God. So Megan Thee
Sorry,
Stallion got
I had to
shot.
laugh at that.
Megan Thee Stallion got
yeah,
shot.
Can you explain that, Nate?
So
Dude, Tory Lanez.
I don't know the details, but basically the TikTok was saying how like, oh, these other rappers couldn't survive it, but Megan did, and I'm like, bruh, she got shot in the foot like twice.
Tupac got shot
Like,
5 separate times
yeah.
before that
And-
fatal incident.
And then X got shot like 4 times in the neck, and like all these other, and I was like, dang. Like,
Yeah.
what the-
Wait. So, wait. So she actually got shot by Tory Lanez, or what? I always read that, but I didn't know what actually happened. Do you guys know? Can you explain to me?
I think it was confirmed. She confirmed on like a Instagram live or something that it was Tory Lanez. But I don't know the story. I just heard about it.
Is Taylor Swift the music industry? Is she the music industry?
I mean, of course. I think we'd have another podcast talking about Twitter stands. I think that would be a valuable time. I think that's. We have
Cardigan's the most overplayed song on the radio. I swear.
Cardigan.
Not that it's a bad song it's so overplayed. Like every hour that I go on the radio, like I turn it off after Cardigan plays, and then an hour later it plays again.
There you go. It's very cheap. Okay, boys, let's end this. I think we had a good discussion. Don't want to go on too long. Next time we're gonna have some good content. I think we have a lot of ideas with Twitter stands we'll talk about. But yeah, let us know what you think about all the topics we talked about.
For sure.
You know,
Yeah.
get some hate
We could
for
also
Anarchy.
debate other
Just kidding.
Kanye albums as well in
Yeah,
the future.
yeah.
Yeah, can you guys go blow up Anarchy's Twitter and tell him why didn't you join the podcast? That would be
True.
much
I know, right?
appreciated.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but good. Thank you, boys, all so much. Good GGs. And just let us know if you have any ideas for anything to talk about or anything about what we said. Just comment below. But yeah, thank you all, boys. Good discussion. Shake on it.
Shake on
All right.
Yeah, peace out.
it. Peace out.
Woo!
Peace out.